let's see the next token, that is constant. Now what is constants? Constants, as the name suggests, that they are fixed values in our program. The value of a constant will never change in your program. It will remain the same throughout the entire execution of the program. For this, for making constants in our C program, we have to use the keyword const, C-O-N-S-T, const, all in small letters. So for example, I want to make a constant. The name of my identifier, the variable is pi, which is of double data type. And before that, I am writing const, const. It means the value of pi which I give equal to 3.1415926 will remain constant or same throughout my program. Similarly, this is another example. Here the value of my identifier name is maximum length, whose value is 2356, and this is my data type, that is my keyword, and this is my again a keyword const. It means the value of max length is equal to 2356 will remain constant throughout my program. You can also give the value of an identifier using some mathematical expression in this form. That is 3 multiplied by 7 plus 6 in one bracket into 5. Whatever value you will get, that value will be stored in VAL variable or an identifier, and that will remain constant throughout my program. Now, the values, constants values can be of two types. One is either it can be a numeric or it can be a character type. Numeric, again it is of two types, integer and real, and character is of two types, single character or it can be multiple character, which is also known as strings or the words in C program. So let's start and see what is integer, what is real, what is single characters, and what is string. The first one is integer constants. Integer constants means it consists of simple digits without decimal point. This integer constant can be preceded with plus or minus sign. That is, if I have an integer here that is plus 5 or minus 6, means before 6 or before 5 I am using the sign plus or minus, which defines that it's a positive or a negative value. The integer constants can be of three basic types. Either it can be a decimal integer, or it can be an octal, or it can be an hexadecimal number. Decimal numbers means it's a combination of 0 to 9 digits. Octal numbers means it's a combination of 0 to 7 digits. These octal numbers are always prefixed by 0. So whenever you write octal number, you have to write first 0 and any octal number. Suppose I have given an octal number as 06. So it's a octal number because I preceded it with 0. But if I write only 6 means it's a decimal number. Similarly, there is a third category, that is hexadecimal numbers. Hexa means total 16 unique numbers. Which are those 16 units? The hexadecimal numbers are combinations of 0 to 9 digits and A to F. These are total 10 digits and A to F total 6 characters. So total 16 characters can be used for making a hexadecimal number. These hexadecimal numbers should be prefixed with 0 capital X or 0 small x. Then only it will be termed as an hexadecimal number. Suppose if I write an hexadecimal number as 0, 7, F. So it's an hexadecimal 0x7F. It's an hexadecimal number. If I write 07, it is an octal number. If I write simply 7, it's an integer or a simple decimal number. Okay. The next is real constants. Real constants means the numbers which has some floating point constants or a decimal point here. The numbers which has decimal point is known as a real constant, or it is also known as a floating point constant. These real numbers can be expressed or can be written in normal or exponential notations. Right? Exponential notations means basically it has two methods. Either it has exponential notations has two parts. One is mantissa and another is exponent notation. So for example, when I write 23.882, it's a normal way of writing a decimal point number. But if I write here 0.992 e minus 4, then it's known as an exponential notation. Here in exponential notation, 0.992 is known is your mantissa and minus 4 is your exponent. Okay. These are some few more examples of real constants. 0.382, 482, E4. This is the exponential notation. It can be a small e or you can use a capital E with plus and minus sign in exponent form. 88.2387 e minus 2, or it can be a negative number here also, minus 1.34352 e minus 6. These are all the different examples of real constant in exponential form. Minus, that is, if you have a very big this number after decimal point 0.4 times 0.524, it is better suggested to write this particular in an exponential form, that is 0.524 e raised to minus 4. That is, after decimal we have 4 zeros. Okay, so you can use this particular format to represent large, very large or a very small numbers in exponential form. Long, very large real constants can be written with suffix L, small l or capital L. That is, if I want to write 1 crore with many zeros or 10 crores or 100 crores, then better you can write small l or capital L. Better you can write small l or capital L to the second that it's a long double. In real constants also you have octal numbers and hexadecimal. If it is octal, preceded with 0. If it is hexadecimal, you should have a prefix of 0x or 0 capital X or 0 small x. Then we have characters. Character constants means entering or writing, giving a single characters in your program. This single character constant should always be enclosed in single quotes. Say for example, if I write x or 5, this is one single character, and this single character should be enclosed in single quotes, and it's considered as a character constant. Character constants are stored as ASCII values. That is, each character has some specific integer value of. Say for example, if I have a character small a, then the integer or the ASCII code of small a is 97. If it is capital A, then the ASCII code is 65. This number is converted into binary and it is stored in a memory of your computer. Say for example, I have a printf statement. Printf %c means I am going to display a character. I can write single quotes A, so character A would be displayed onto the screen. But if I write %c 65, that 65 will not be displayed. 65 will be considered as an ASCII code of some character. And for this 65 is an ASCII code of A, so A will be displayed. If I want to display capital B, then I'll write ASCII code as 66. If I want to display small b, then my ASCII code would be 98. Sorry, for small b it is 98, for capital B it is 66. In characters, we have some special backslash characters also, which we can use in our C program. This backslash character should also enclose in single quotes. That is, say if I write /A, it means a alert or a beep sound would be sounded on your computer. /B means backspace. That is, your cursor move one space behind. That is, suppose if I have A, B and C and say my cursor is here, then when I write /B, it will go to the one character behind the C, that is B. /T is for horizontal tab. That is, if you want 4 character space in between, 4 or 5 character space in between, then you can use /T. /N is for new line. If you want to display some specific characters or statements on a new line, you can use /N. These two are very often used in our printf statements. Then we have, for vertical tab, we have /V. All these backslash characters you can see here, all starts with a backslash and then a single character. This single character will define different meaning to your compile. If I want to use backslash in my output, then I'll use double slash. If I want to have single quotes, if I want to have a double quotes, then I can use single quote and /double quote. That is, suppose if I write printf and double quotes. If I write here single backslash single quote A B C double quotes and bracket close. Then in this case, what would be displayed? The backslash single quote. So single quote would be displayed, and then my character A, B, C would be displayed onto the screen. If you want to have a double quotes, then you write them slash and double quotes and so on. And we have null character, that is marks the end of the string, that is string terminator, that is slash 0. So these are different backslash characters which you can use either in printf or scanf in your program, and it will, whenever you use here this backslash, it will follow this particular operations in your output display or input display. Then we have trigraph bracket. Trigraph means 3 characters. There are many basic keyboards which does not have some specific characters key on your keyboard. So if your keyboard does not support all the characters of the C, then we can go for trigraph characters. Trigraph characters is a combination of 3 standard characters. Say for example, as you can see in this particular table, these are trigraph characters. Each trigraph character starts with double question mark. If I write double question mark and equal, then in my output hash would be displayed. So hash key is not present in my keyboard. Then I can go for this trigraph character. Similarly, double question mark and round bracket. Then I'll have the output as square bracket. Starting of square bracket. If it is round closing bracket, then I'll have closing of square bracket, and so on. So for all these characters, if it's not present in your keyboard, you can go for trigraph characters in your program. Next is string constant. Strings means it's a sequence of characters, but all the multiple characters should be enclosed in double characters. If it is single character, then you use single quotes. If it is string or multiple characters, then you have to use double quotes. String constants can include simple letters A, B, C, D. It can have digits. It can have some special characters which are available on your keyboard, and it can also have blank spaces. So we have very much liberty while having string constants in our program. Say for example, I have a string constant hello, small or capital letters, exclamation mark, that is a special character which is available in my keyboard. And the main thing is this string should be enclosed in single or double quotes. Similarly, I can have 2015 as my string, that is consists of all numbers. Again, it is enclosed in double quotes. Similarly, when I write 2 plus 1 in double quotes, means it will not be displayed as 3, but it will be displayed onto the screen as 2 plus 1 itself. Right? So this was all about constants, either character constants or string constants in your particular program. Thank you.